Hey there, and welcome to Microfocus's YouTube Unplugged. My name is Eric Popiel, and I'm a cybersecurity strategist here within Microfocus. And today I'd like to introduce you to a solution within our Voltage brand called SecureData Sentry. You know what? It's really no surprise that SaaS spending and adoption continue to rise. When you look at that winning combination of security, usability, and cost benefits, that it's really a killer model for that SaaS model. And so when you look at it, and some of the analysts are saying that by the end of this year, 41% of the workloads could be on public cloud, while 20% will be on private cloud and 22% will be on hybrid cloud. That leaves only 27% of the workloads on premise. And while this does, software as a service does provide so many benefits, it does cause a lot of headaches in the data privacy world. So before we get too deep into it, I want to start off with a little story. So here's a little story about a man named Jed. Now, Jed is a seasoned defender of the data privacy realm, and he's fought many a hard battle protecting the crown jewels of his company, which consists of things like sensitive data, personally identifiable data, as well as health data. And let's face it, encryption is really hardly a new technology. And through the years, Jed tirelessly watched over his crown jewels. But in his day, this was easier because they were stored in a vault in the deepest part of the castle. And it was Jed's castle, his kingdom, where he was master and he had the power. And then the world turned on its head. The pandemic has been playing out to be one of the most disruptive events that have forced businesses to innovate and reevaluate the way they've been operating. And unfortunately, those that are unable to leap this continually growing chasm are literally closing their doors forever. There are no perimeters anymore. Seems like almost every day there's someone taking a selfie on social media of someone working from a remote location somewhere. In essence, what this has done is not only extend the perimeter of Jed's castle, but it is stretching it beyond belief. And now, not only is the perimeter extended from an access perspective, the crown jewels are really no longer even kept in the deepest, safest vault anymore. As I stated previously, companies like Jed had direct control over their encrypted data because it literally resided in their own data centers. Further, they could standardize on a single approach to data protection and leverage industry-leading capabilities. But with the surge of business applications moving to cloud, such as Salesforce, ServiceNow, and others, organizations must rely on and or partner with the third-party providers to manage the encryption and decryption of the corporate data. And with data constantly moving to and from proprietary commercial, and or SaaS applications, it can wreak complete havoc in your environment. What this means is that it causes companies to lose control over their data. And different solutions in different environments increases complexity. But every hero needs an ally, right? So here we go. Enter the regulators to rally to Jed's side. Now, I like to think of regulators, pretty much akin to the Knights of the Round Table. They're out there providing guidance, writing regulations to help Jed protect his crown jewels. They've been crafting policy to thwart the antagonist, which really is no longer just a traditional threat vector like the nefarious hacker, but also the very companies and nations who we entrust our data to and who are using it to monetize it in ways we really have not endorsed, all the while potentially failing to put into place the proper controls to secure data in the safest way possible. The challenge, however, is there is a dizzying array of different regulations that must be adhered to. Recent regulations such as European Union's General Data Protection Regulation, or GDPR, or perhaps the California Consumer Protection Act, or CCPA, along with other regulatory bodies such as PIPEDA, KVKK, POPI, and many, many others, they define rigid frameworks on how data must be handled and protected. In the on-premise world, this was pretty straightforward. But now with data sprawled willy-nilly all over the place, our risk level has absolutely skyrocketed. And look, ensuring that we're protecting sensitive content at the field level is really no longer an option, but a demand from the regulatory bodies out there. And so also in addition to that, being able to minimize the potential exposure to things like our brand or financial implications or consumer confidence is really imperative these days. And so what's really needed is a better solution. It's almost like you need a data privacy and protection broker out there that leverages the best techniques of your on-premise capabilities across your entire hybrid environment. So what is SecureData Sentry? SecureData Sentry is a solution within the Micro Focus Voltage brand, and it is a complement to the SecureData Enterprise solution. Now, just a quick note on SecureData Enterprise. This is a solution that provides a data-centric approach to data protection, enabling advanced techniques such as format preserving encryption or FPE, secure stateless tokenization, as well as format preserving hashing that can be applied to data that SecureData Sentry has identified. SecureData Sentry intercepts the data flowing to and from the target application, which essentially means that SecureData Sentry avoids the need for application coding, in turn simplifying the adoption of data protection and accelerating the time to value of your security investment. And while SecureData Sentry is looking at the traffic to and from the target application, it's performing automated application content discovery at that field level, looking for sensitive content. By providing that ability to leverage your same enterprise data protection methodology you're using with your existing on-premise applications to now your cloud-based applications, you will open up a wider range of security enablement potential where modifying applications is either difficult or, quite frankly, not possible at all. And by relying on industry standard protocols, SecureData Sentry makes security simple and fast as you continue your adoption of your hybrid IT environment. Okay, so since Secure Data Solution leverages the industry-leading capabilities of Secure Data Enterprise to help protect the crown jewels, let me spend just a few more moments here. Secure Data Enterprise's development of the NIST FF1 AES encryption standard has enabled Secure Data Enterprise to be the only FPE product to be Common Criteria certified, as well as FIPS 140-2 validated. Secure Data Enterprise's support for NIST, ANSI, IEEE, as well as the IETF standard, as well as public peer review from independent security assessment specialists, will help ensure the highest level of assurance that your data is protected. Secure Data Sentry also leverages Secure Data Enterprise stateless key management, ensuring secure, adaptable, and extensible key management with support for both symmetric and asymmetric key management. All this while supporting key generation, rotation, and revocation. So at the end of the day, the end goal is to neutralize the impact of a data breach by making the protected data worthless to an attacker. So how does Secure Data Sentry work? Well, in a traditional SaaS application, data encryption, if even offered, will occur within their tightly controlled multi-tenant environment. And this will pose several significant issues because data is protected by their methods, not yours, and it can vary from vendor to vendor. Also, if you have personally identifiable information that's not a standard, things like national IDs and credit cards, but is more of it like an internal identifier, then the vendor most likely isn't going to do a one-off solution specifically for you. Finally, data outside their environment is in the clear and especially vulnerable to flowing between systems. So Secure Data Sentry solves this in two ways. The first is for SaaS and web applications being accessed through proxy, such as Salesforce.com, ServiceNow, and others. The other is for commercial off-the-shelf applications, also known as COTS applications, as well as database applications accessing the data through a database driver. This is also used for applications where direct integration is not possible or even feasible. In both modes, users see plain text data. However, protected data is stored. Further, it is stored according to your desires and standards across your entire application's landscape, whether on-premise or SaaS. In both cases, we teach Secure Data Sentry what sensitive content to listen for as the data traffic passes by and intercepts the targeted data to invoke Secure Data Enterprise to apply the proper encryption and decryption. Also note that organizations can deploy SecureData Sentry on premises or in the cloud. Wherever it's deployed, the enterprise retains complete control over the infrastructure without the need to share encryption keys or token vaults with any other party. And SecureData Sentry's inspection mode ensures that security policies can be targeted at specific data fields and file attachments that may contain sensitive information. So let's dig a little deeper. In the first example, where SaaS and web applications are being accessed, SecureData Sentry communicates with an ICAP-capable network infrastructure that allows us to apply security policies to data traveling to and from the cloud. It's not a proxy itself, but essentially acts as an ICAP server to an ICAP client. Therefore, SecureData Sentry supports anything that supports ICAP-compatible servers. And note that only encrypted values are stored in the cloud provider. Now, in the second example, where applications are accessing data via a database driver, SecureData Sentry intercepts the JDBC and ODBC API calls to allow us to apply those same security policies through data traveling to and from the database. In this example, SecureData Sentry leverages existing database drivers and intercepts and analyzes that data between the application and the database driver. Again, only encrypted values are stored in the database. Now, with relevance to CASB capabilities, SecureData Sentry is a Cloud Data Protection Gateway, or CDPG, that specializes in the application of advanced cryptographic techniques as provided through the SecureData Enterprise solution. But SecureData Sentry is also a general data protection gateway in that it also secures data on-premise and isn't just for the cloud. It's important to note that SecureData Sentry leverages the SecureData Enterprise platform's common infrastructure, which enables enterprises to choose an appropriate combination of encryption techniques for data de-identification to address your use cases across your diverse environments. Further, it allows you to standardize on a single approach to data protection and leverage industry-leading capabilities such as format-preserving encryption. And format-preserving encryption is increasingly recognized as a requirement to protect data in use, especially when increasing regulatory pressures, as well as recognizing that data now flows constantly between hybrid IT environments. And this is important because all the while, this helps avoid the costs and complexities of deploying and managing multiple products in your environment. So why should you care about SecureData Sentry? Well, SecureData Sentry provides that transparent application support that enables industry-leading protection techniques with your SaaS or cloud-based applications, as well as applications that cannot be modified, such as COTS applications. So therefore, SecureData Sentry provides simplification of data protection for a wide range of applications without modification. Additionally, it provides an acceleration of that time to value through flexible deployment of data security across hybrid IT environments, as well as maintaining a centralized enterprise control over encryption keys and data security and cloud services. Further, it's non-disruptive. It's a non-disruptive, transparent approach to privacy compliance and the secure use of data. And it also allows for flexibility to choose from format-preserving encryption to secure stateless tokenization, as well as format-preserving hash and other secure data enterprise security methods at a field level. And finally, SecureData Sentry allows the interoperability of encrypted data between multiple SaaS applications and proprietary commercial and on-premise environments and applications. Well, that's a wrap for us here around this segment of the YouTube series around SecureData Sentry's solution. Look for further installments around SecureData Sentry where we'll delve into things like JDBC and ODBC applications, being able to search protected data in the cloud application, as well as things like email to case management in CRM applications. I trust you found this series exciting as well as informative, and I hope to see you here on other installments around YouTube Unplugged around the SecureData Sentry solution. Hope you guys have a fantastic day.